the next segment, and I'm gonna hop in this Nismo GTR LM because we need to use a Skyline. I have a handful of Skylines. And yeah, we got these tuned Skylines. We got that 400R. Got an R34 that we've used. But I think let's use the GTR LM since we need some power. What's the max I can do? Only 550 horsepower. Interesting. I actually think I'm gonna need that though. So let's put on the Stage 4 Turbo. As big and expensive as it is, we got the money. Let's give it a racing intercooler too. And maybe this will be enough. Not gonna do anything else, just buy slick tires, super slick tires. And let's go for it. So, our last single race series, technically you can count like doing, but we're getting close to the end of the game in terms of event counts, but not in terms of time. But yeah, Skyline only race. For some reason, they allow the race cars, but I digress. First up is Cookeh? Yeah. We could sell that Evo V1, that is true. I don't think money's a huge issue right now, though. These are all tuned. Oh, there's a Skyline GTS Type N. All V-specs. Let's see how this does, though. 10 laps on Tokyo. We're gonna get some thick turbo lag. Look at this box. This thing doesn't feel like it has 600 horsepower. Yeah, it is nostalgic. This car was in GT1, I believe. It's like a special, not a cover car, but it was like one of the icons of the game. Okay, so this car has some downforce, I think. There's all the old Skylines, and I think our new Skylines are up there. Yeah, GT7, I'm gonna have fun. I think I'm gonna like it. Maybe the community won't, but I'm definitely gonna have fun. I don't mind that I pre-ordered. I think it'll be a good game. Alright, I think we have the power to win, so we just gotta figure out how to drive this car. This car drives a lot differently than everything else I've driven. It's like a pseudo race car. It has some downforce, got some cornering. Acceleration's a bit slower than I would have thought for 600 horsepower on a turbo car. But so far, it's packing a punch. Got this big turbo lag here, but I can manage it. Only 5 gears. Trying to like see if third gear is good, but then third gear with the turbo. Ugh. I can't tell if I'm catching up or not. I think I am. This car's got downforce. Just trying to get my slipstream going. Downforce. Maybe? Yes, we can. Sweet. Interesting. This car is weird with the competition. Corner's better, which is good. It's slower in a straight line, which is bad for the end of the lap. And then unknown on tires compared to everybody else. I think this could no stop though. So if we need to play tire strategy, we could. Downforce means we use less tires than cars without it. So I think we'll be actually good on tires regardless of if we could pass them in straight. Trying to use the top of second gear when I get to that point. It's weird, there's like a specific range where the turbo works. It's funny, because using the stage 4 turbo, you'd think this would pack a punch, but not quite. Reaching half distance. We are vibing. Oh, look at that. The Skylines are pitting. Literally at half distance. Are they all pitting? It's 4 out of 5. All 5 of the Skylines pitted on lap 5. Every single one of them. I feel like I should just do that by proxy. So, you're asking me about Abu Dhabi 2021 just to spice it up in the chat. Oh man. You want to know what I honestly think? And promise not to call me a simp or a fanboy or a crybaby or whatever. In my honest opinion, that was fixed. Even if the intentions were to fix the championship, that race was totally fumbled and, as we call in American football, ref ball. Yeah, back tires are fine. I could definitely go more laps. I just feel like just pitting by proxy. But maybe we could try it. Maybe we try and make the no stop work. Let's go a few more laps just for fun. Not that this really matters anyway. We have such a huge lead. But yeah, in my honest opinion, that was only benefited for Max. And a lot of people will point to the, you know, rushing the cleanup process by making those 5 cars in front of Max unlap themselves and then immediately restarting the race. But in my opinion, the bigger mess up was them saying lapped cars will not overtake. Christian Horner then going on the radio complaining about that. And then the race director reversing his decision after that radio statement. I don't know if he did that at Christian Horner's request or not. But I don't get why everybody will slam Toto Wolff for screaming on the radio, but not Christian Horner for doing literally the exact same thing. They're both trying to win the championship for their driver. Either way, I believe that that decision was made to restart just so that they can get a lap of green flag and nothing else. That they could sell their drama, get their last lap pass, get those views on YouTube, get people to talk about it. And if it was any other race throughout the season, or any other year, it would have ended under the safety car. I am certain it would have ended under the safety car. Look at Bahrain last year, Bahrain 2019, Brazil 2012. That was a season finale, a title decider decided under a safety car, and everyone was fine with that. And obviously nobody complains about, no Alonso fans complain about the race director keeping the safety car out at the end. So, you know, I will say I am definitely tired of hearing all the drama and all the arguing online, people taking these hot takes, but Verstappen is the world champion. That's a fact. They can't take that away from him. Even if the FIA investigates, yeah, they messed up, they can't undo that. In my opinion, that last lap tainted what was the best Formula 1 season in years. Absolutely the best since 2012, and up to that point, one of the best of all time, I'd say. But I don't know. Things are going to get ugly, I believe, when we get to when it comes to the race director, things are going to get pretty ugly. I think, and I know this is before everything comes back to racing, but I think this is going to bite back the FIA at some point in the near future. This is going to come back to haunt them. And I'm not saying that, oh, Mercedes fans will never live this down. They won't. but something's gonna happen where the race director's gonna have his hands tied again, and then something bad's gonna happen. We're able to no-stop this. You know, just because I didn't like that race doesn't mean I'm, you know, gonna stop watching F1. No, I love F1. I'm gonna watch every race of the next season like any other. And, you know, last year I was pretty neutral on the title fight. Yes, I know I always say, like, I'm a Red Bull guy. And I follow Max and all the social media stuff and all that. But honestly, like, last year was like a different Max Verstappen, and it was the title-winning Max. He drove a perfect season, I'd argue, last season. Fully deserving of the title. But when we talk about Abu Dhabi, you cannot say, oh, Max deserved a stroke of luck because of the season he had. In sports, you're only as good as your last race, and objectively, under any other circumstances, Max would have finished second in the championship despite, you know, his near perfect driving in the season. You gotta look at Hamilton also having really good season. Obviously didn't win the title, so I wouldn't call it perfect, and he had mistakes, yes, but they both ended up on tied points, so their results throughout the season end up in that situation. Sports, in sports, it's never about who deserves it, it's about who wins. And, you know, if you have an unlucky crash, a puncture, you're clumsy, you have rain mess you up, strategy mess you up, you can drive, as Hamilton did, pretty much. He drove pretty much 50, was it 54, 53 laps, something like that. He drove all laps of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix perfect. And actually, he even drove his last lap fine. Safety car call and a strategy, well, with your hands tied. All that matters is who is leading on the last lap. And I love how Max fans like to say he was deserving, but the same way Max won the championship, all that matters is who is leading at the end of the season. And yeah, Max crossed the line first, he won the race. Max did nothing wrong. I'd say that nothing should be directed as hate towards Max. He got a stroke of luck, and you know, he made his pass cleanly. He didn't crash on the last lap. He was in a position where he could take advantage of a strategy call, and he drove his race. He did everything he needed to do to win. So did Hamilton. It's just a shame that the stewards and race directors kind of had their hands tied and had to pick a side. There was no good outcome, regardless of what decision they made. I still will die on the fence that they should have red flagged the race so that they can have both cars in equal tires, and then just have social media do its thing. They can red flag the race, even if it's unorthodox. They have the full power to do that, so why not just do it? Anyway, that was an easy dub. We didn't even need to make a pit stop. Yes, we did Tokyo. We got 2 slugs here at Grand Valley and Route 11, but we have our GTR LM, so that's what's going to take us through it. It's that Gran Turismo 1 beat. Alright. So these skylines are souped up, if you remember. Yeah, 61 hours. What's the speedrun world record? I can't speak. So there is a segmented speedrun, because obviously you can't really do this in one sitting for 100%, and I think it was 76 hours. And that's using the fastest available car on everything. And we are not on pace for 76 hours. But I think our final time is going to be somewhere between 90 and 100 hours. Because if I do my math right, we've got about 20 hours of endurance, more or less. And we also got 10 hours of 2 championships. And then like 15 hours of another 2 championships. So, you know, that's adding up pretty quickly. I forgot if this is front engine or not. It might be front engine rear wheel drive. Normally the Skylines, you know, take right off, but this one did not. Someone who has more internet than I do right now, look up if the GTR LM has it. I would think it still has 4-wheel drive. This looks like just through staying on track and not spinning to be able to get the lead. We had a new GT7 trailer, which is just basically like a TV commercial, but it teased a new track pattern, and theories are it's either Special Stage Route 5 or it's Albert Park F1. Yeah, F1 track, which that'd be a really odd call. I think it's Route 5, just a bit, you know, modernized, which I'd be really hyped because that track's pretty cool. I'm surprised though if Grand Valley doesn't return to GT7. That's a shock. I think this would deserve a return more than Apricot Hill. Jeez, the dive bomb there. Yeah, we are pretty much like 1 month away from GT7, which is, it's exciting. Yeah, it'd be cool if we got Rome Circuit back. Track that, like, really got screwed over in GT was, Rome Circuit Night. It was only in GT2, and it was only in, I think, either arcade mode and like the random event picker. It was never in a race in the actual simulation mode. So, and they've never like brought that track back. And there's a super license test that uses that track, and it's actually pretty fun. But you never raced on it. It's weird. Especially since GT2 only had like 20 tracks or something like that, you would think they'd use everything kind of evenly, but no. Not the case. It gave classic GT sound effects, that would be neat. It would take away the realism, but it'd be a great throwback. I think the only thing that really stays exactly the same is the countdown timer. Trying to figure out how to use the gears. What's up, Lycan? Second gear is really weird in this car. Releasing lower third gears. Pretty slow. I'm like trying to carefully throttle second gear so I don't spin too much. My thoughts on the new test drive unlimited. I am worried. I shouldn't say worried, but like I think I don't know. I just don't have a good feeling about TDU. Not that I'm saying it's gonna be a bad game, but just that game has changed hands so many times, and we have so little information about it, and it's supposed to be coming out this year. I just feel like it's either gonna get delayed or it's gonna like be, I don't know. I feel like it will try to be like Forza Horizon and just fall on its face. Just from just previous experience, I have no actual base for that. Yeah, the GTR is so slippy and like that chicane, but then through like this turn, it's gonna be so grippy. You get that big old downforce, right? So smooth as butter in that turn. There's no Russia in Gran Turismo at all. Guess not. Maybe one of the fictional tracks take place. I doubt it though. It's just interesting because TDU is going to be made by Nacon, right? And you know, they used to be made by Eden Games, and I thought Eden did a good job, but I don't know. Have they done an open world game before? Yeah, we do have capering. I do not think TDU... I highly doubt they would port it to mobile. Mobile points aren't really a thing anymore. Eden makes Gear Club. I don't know if they're still working on Gear Club. They had 2 Gear Club games on the Switch. And, I don't know what happened after that. I don't even know if who they're owned by, who's running them. But that's what they made. They made Gear Club, which was a okay mobile game. The Switch version I haven't played. Don't feel like asking boring questions, man. We're playing Gran Turismo. These races drag on. We're just about halfway. Feel free to ask whatever, because we'll talk about whatever, because we're kind of driving solo. I actually think we're going to lap one of the Skylines coming up. It's weird. Who's driving that slow? What's up, money? There's a track DLC from Gear Club Unlimited too. Yeah, why is this guy going so slow? Skyline GTS type M. You know what? I'm gonna go in the pits with him because I'm bored. I'm gonna follow him and see why he's so slow. Chicken breakfast. Nice. Not that I really need new tires, but I don't know if they'll last all 10 laps. Yes, we do have 2 dates for preseason. One in like February And then the March, which is like right before the first race, I must say. Oh, I think he just put it in the wall there. Yeah, he's facing the wrong way. What's he doing, man? How do you spin it out before even getting to the corner? Wait, I just want to see if he makes it around. I'm gonna park up for it. Oh my god, he is out of control. We're definitely gonna lap him again. Yeah, that's a standard case of slap 1,000 horsepower into the car and just make the AI drive the same path. Yeah, I love the graphics of this game. I think it's aged well. For a 20-year-old game, this is, you know, really good for PS2. Yeah, I'd say the Professional League really shows where the cracks in this game lie. With the AI, at least. There is a Skyline Special Edition that was added to Asphalt 8 for the new update. And I think I heard it's B class, so, okay. It's not gonna be... I think they're done with those SLK go 500 kmh. Or more than that, really. I think the SLK went like 340 miles an hour if you got it at the right setting. It was ridiculous. The thing is, they've made the AI stupidly fast by giving them thousands of horsepower, and then they've made it idiotic, so you kind of get both. Adding a Formula 1 car to your game. Nice. We're so close to the new F1 reveal dates. Like, we're like 2 weeks away from Aston Martin. Everything else is going to fall into place. They could have done a lot. If they had a body kitted Skyline, they could have made so many decals or liveries for it. I bet people would actually like buy into them. Asphalt's getting another update, by the way, which they confirmed, like, the Senna GTR, the Aston 177, which I really like. I think that might be my favorite car of the update. It's the Jaguar XT220S, which comes back from Asphalt 8. It's hype. Still wish they added the regular extra 220. And then there's like the McLaren GT, the Lotus Emira, or whatever it's called, and like one more item. The Ultima, that's it. Ultima. It's a pretty solid like car roster, I'd say. But still, a little too late, in my opinion. I'm not tired of playing no asphalt. Dexter's 20 TWR. Oh yeah, Asphalt Extreme still on Netflix. That's so funny. That like the game dies and all of a sudden it's just like back from the dead. Two laps to go. See if we can catch the skyline in the back. Justin had showed me, if you go into Google Trends and look up, you know, a plot of Asphalt 8 and Asphalt 9, Asphalt 8 and 9 have the exact same interest level, and it's been declining every single month since, like, the first Drive Syndicate in 2019. And there were even points after Asphalt 9 released where Asphalt 8 overtook Asphalt 9 in interest. It's absolutely, like, crazy. And it also showed that Asphalt 9 never truly reached the peak that Asphalt 8 did in popularity. If there was an Asphalt for home consoles, it would flop because people would rather just play Forza Horizon. You know how like Asphalt 9 is on the Xbox? But like, who's actually playing the Xbox version? And I get, yeah, same thing with having the PC version. I think that's a bit different. With Xbox, you know, you turn it on and you're set to go play a game, right? When you have access to Forza Horizon versus a mobile game, basically, what are you gonna pick, right? You can drive pretty much every car in Asphalt 9 in Forza Horizon 5. Besides maybe the concepts. But Forza has a good chunk of concepts. Yeah, I still like had... The New York track didn't feel right. It wasn't built properly in my opinion. Cairo, I still think, was like the best track there because it was so simple. It was easy to throw around. Alright, last lap. Looks like the Skyline's having issues. I had the GTS Type M. Oh yeah, Himalayas was also pretty fun. Forgot about that. I'm already forgetting the tracks in Asphalt. Oh, he's parked. Going for a car meet, I guess. That's funny. He didn't make it. I think his tires also might be dead. It's the same AI. The series is weird because the Skylines, like the lead Skylines, are still a minute behind. You know, we've been dominating the race, but you know, we aren't lapping them. But it's weird because they should be faster than us, it's just they can't control their speed at all. So I still think I'm going to stick with this car in combo. Caribbean, yeah, that was a good visual map. Fastest lap on lap 10. Nice. Yeah, that GTS Type M is in Pain Town. Why is it that there's GTS in a race full of GTRs? Oh well. More money in the bank. Coffee's here. What's up? We got 15 viewers, man, just sitting on a blank screen. How y'all doing? This is where I finally take off. People are genuinely interested, then good. We're gonna do plenty of racing besides the Skyline. So we got Route 11, 10 Laparoos. I teleported out of nowhere. I went to go grab my coffee. Oh, 600 horsepower. I don't have any other tires, do I? Normal tires? Nah. Okay. The travel mug. That's just red, because I like red. I didn't even see what the opponent list is. There's something yellow, which I'm assuming is an R34. That seems to be the only Skyline that has good colors. Then another Type M that we're going to send to Pain Town. He's not binning it. And use lower third gear to gauge these corners, at least on the first lap. You know, the thing is, like, the reason I chose this game to 100% on stream is because the longest single race in this game is like 2.5 hours. Everything else, you know, it's just the sheer number of races, but even like the real slugs in Professional League are just multiple consecutive 15 or 20 lap races, but you can do those in multiple stints. It just will take long because I don't stream all that often. But we can make progress and take chunks out of it rather than having to do the 24-hour slugs in GT4. Whoa, that was almost losing it. We have two R34 Skylines in this race. The Spec 1 and the Spec 2. The lower gears are not fun in this car. Third gear is so slow. Second gear is so messy. What you worried about, Lycan? That big long straight is also not good for us because those Skylines with 1,000 horsepower just take off. Looks like they're bad in this corner in the chicane. That gives us a passing opportunity here for the podium. Man, lower third gear is so slow. Literally just got repassed. I want to see like how bad it was coming out of the corner. Just using the slug of momentum. Well, that's unfortunate with your grandparents. Do they have COVID, or is it just a different, like, illness? A little flick. General illness. That's got to be a handful. You know, just make them enjoy their time. Do whatever they need you to do. And, you know, just hang in there. I'll say, like, on my end, I told you guys I got, like, a COVID scare a couple weeks ago. So, the issue was my dad had gotten sick, and he actually tested positive for COVID. But he's much better now. He's over it. What was weird was my mom and I did not test positive. We got tested, you know, about a week later. I've had no symptoms. Neither of us have had symptoms. And we both tested negative, so it's really strange. But you know what? We're vaccinated, so I'm giving that the credit. Yeah, I am not touching S19. Is the update even out, or is it just the notes that were released? I think Grid 11 was better in reverse. You know, I sort of agree with you, because turn 1 on the normal track really sucks with the AI because they never get their breaking point. This track, I guess in reverse, it starts off, you know, with more open areas, then it gets really technical, especially towards the end, and then it opens up with a big, long back straight. End the lap. Third gear is so... lower third gear. It's stable, but it is slow. Yeah. Asphalt 9 is just a casino. If I wanted to blow $20 instantly with no reward, I'd go to the casino down the road. Yeah, I will say, I haven't passed first place at all. This is the highest I'm up, but I'm probably going to get him because the AI is notoriously bad on this chicane, except that Skyline just made it, so never mind. Yeah. Dude, I'm just waiting. Can GameLoft, like, convert the cars to NFTs so I can sell my garage? That's the only way I would support anything like that. If I could sell my Asphalt 8 garage. Because if someone offered me real money for each individual car I have in Asphalt 8, I would sell it. Yeah, the AI, they don't have any, like, awareness. Sometimes they do. Sometimes, in very specific scenarios, they will race with you. Other times they just ignore you're even there and just ran right through. Alright, hope to pass him on the straight. I genuinely think, like, if I sold every car individually that I have in Asphalt 8, especially, like, I have some of the unattainable ones, like the Hot Wheels. Ooh, Asphalt 8. The Hot Wheels cars, or, like, the 9FF and the roofs and the ridden speed. I would ask 5 figures for everything. Coffee sip. Yummy. Wow, so we couldn't pass him in the straight. We're gonna have to pass him in the corner. Oh, he bonked the chicane. That's our cue. Yeah, There's a good YouTube documentary. It's called like Line Goes Up. I highly recommend checking that out. Because right now what I think is going on is corporations are just trying to normalize the NFT space so that they force us to pay for licenses eventually. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's been like 8 months since I quit. 9 months since I quit Asphalt. It's crazy. 8-9 months. Time flies, man. I'm gonna be 22. I feel like I just barely turned 21. Oh man, a Villain Wheels thing is that was never actually released. Someone would need to steal a developer account. The issue with the NFT thing though, just in general, is so I'm gonna use the Asphalt 9 NFT as an example. You know how Asphalt 9 dropped an NFT line? And it's the Jive Syndicate, you know, icons like the green lizard and the blue rabbit, right? I think they're pretty freaking stupid. Some people have bought them, and they're treating it like an investment, but my question is there anyone who actually cares about owning the blue rabbit? Because it's one thing like the Beanie Babies were a craze, because they were a toy, and certain NFTs have notoriety, like even the monkeys, the Bored Ape Yacht Club. You get access to a yacht club with celebrities and stuff, right? There's some form of, I hate to use the word, but benefit to owning one of those NFTs. But is there genuinely a benefit to owning an Asphalt 9 NFT and paying thousands of dollars worth of crypto for it? I don't know. I feel like a lot of NFTs values are just made out of thin air and actually don't have any actual cost basis. Their value is just speculation. And when you have speculative markets, I'm using a big word there, if you have markets that basically mean you're predicting the price and it's only what the seller says it's worth, you create a bubble. And over time, all bubbles pop. Every single bubble eventually pops. Look up the 2008 housing crisis if you're not aware of it, because that is a textbook bubble. Purple Dragon, the Spyro Drive Syndicate. They actually had a Spyro the Dragon Drive Syndicate. That would be completely hype. I would return to the game just for that. You know, Activision now owned by Microsoft, so it might show up. Okay, wait, I must have been lost in the chat here. So we were talking about Rasputin album. The Bop. What's a metaphor for heroin? But yeah, I genuinely think just about the whole, oh yeah, the Purple Dragon's heroin. You ever see that South Park episode with the Guitar Hero? Or is that exactly what you're referencing? What did you eat for breakfast today? I had a protein bar because I didn't wake up in time to really like have breakfast. That's my backup quick fix. But even with the NFTs, I genuinely think the reason they're popular is because A, the art is intentionally bad to get people to talk about how bad it is, and 2, the people who promote it on Twitter and all that are trying to sound as obnoxious as possible so that people screenshot it and repost and share it to accounts because they're playing the bad publicity move. Okay. I broke way too early for that. I was trying to put down my coffee and still make the corner, and I managed to do that, just slowing down way too much. Yes, they added the Skyline Special Edition. You know what? Not a bad car to pick for a Lunar New Year. Wish they did it earlier though. Pretty late on that. But, you know, I think the reason NFTs get so much publicity is because of the obnoxiousness. I think that's intentional. I don't want to say we as a society have fallen for that, but that's kind of exactly what I think is happening. That's the reason they're so popular now. But will those values hold in a few years? Everyone's treating it like the next big investment. And then the other idea, which I have no idea, is why does everybody think that if you buy Ethereum and never cash it out, even if your NFT is worth like a lot, can you use it to, you know, pay rents or whatever? You ever see that scene in American Psycho where he goes to the bar and he's like, I want to have this cocktail, and he's offering to pay with a card, right? But the edit is he's trying to pay with an NFT. And the bartender tells him, like, oh no, this is a cash bar. Then classic American Psycho, he goes, I'm going to stab you. Which, by the way, that's a great movie. I know, generic guy likes American Psycho, but it is a good movie. With an interesting message. Oop, I bonked the corner like the AI. This reminds me of Underground 2. You know, we do have that Night City environment, so I could see the resemblance. The tires are, even though they're yellow and they should be fine, they are feeling strange. We have literally 2 laps to go. In Night City, you could become monkey. I still have not taken off the seal of my copy of Cyberpunk. I got it for $10 at Best Buy with the Steelbook. It is still in the wrapping. I have not installed it or anything. Because my thought was, I'll play the game when they fix it. Which, that's going to translate to my grandkids will play the game when they fix it. If I need your body, I'll fuck it. I think we've all had pandemic and anxiety because we're all uncertain about the future. Alright, last coffee sip of the race. It'll get fixed by the next intelligent species. Yeah, they're gonna, when the world eventually blows up and dies, the only thing that's gonna be left surviving is a sealed PS4 copy of Cyberpunk 2027, and the aliens are gonna be like, what is this? World goes extinct. Uh-oh. Hey, at least I get to die at Kurt Cobain age. That's the cool kids club, right? Home, last corner. These two races have managed to take almost a whole hour because of the long laps, but it's the last one make in the game. At least not counting endurances. Yeah, we're gonna buy oxygen sooner or later. That's the fastest lap. Sweet. BTS Type M still in pain, although I never lapped him. Everybody was on the lead lap. Got a thumbnail shot already. Alright, prize card time. What's it gonna be? It's got a wing. Bet it's a Skyline. I like this car, but I'm pretty sure I already have it. I'm pretty sure I already have a Calsonic. I'll take a Skyline race car, of course. But that one is just Cal Knuckles. Yeah. So, great car. But I believe I already have, yes, I already have one that we've driven 130 miles on before. Then we got two. We got a dummy one and a test one, I guess? I don't know. 82%. 101 cars. That's the end of this segment.